great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartogramographing.
That's not a real word.
Uh-huh. They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business. See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
That looks like a treacherous voyage. It says, rating, cursed black diamond. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? What's this a map of?
The secret movements and activities of my competitors.
That sounds reasonable. Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Never mind. This map shows both sides of the globe.
It's twice the value.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
I appreciate that Wally hasn't traded it in for a new model just because it's been around the block once or twice. I feel very strongly about that for some reason. Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
You look like you're having a good time.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Welcome back.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure, good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea. These are nice.
Thanks.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locke Smith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope, and before you ask,
It's really clean in here. Do you have a mop I could use?
I simply don't allow filth to accumulate in the first place. Try somewhere a little less sanitary, like the bar by the docks.
Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
Hello again. It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a fail-safe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
But she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key, one that opens all locks at once.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid! They say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of barnacles.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island.
Don't sound much like pirating to me.
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
I'm gonna find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body is fused with it. I'm more button than man at this point.
Oh, come on. Tell me about Loom. For old time's sake.
Beat it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
Fine. You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure with an interface of magic. Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes.
Now get lost.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records for civilian casualties from San Domingo to Venezuela.
I'm an expert in 17 forms of hand-to-hand combat, 3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh. Well, it's definitely a mop.
I said not to touch that. You don't use someone else's mop.
Why not?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Remind me how to find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop. Nice hat pin.
It's the emblem of a secret society I belong to.
But really?
Don't be ridiculous.
Yo ho!
Re-elect Governor Carla. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. I could stare at this forever, but that wouldn't be much fun for you. Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore. I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Why do you have this big gear?
It's from the Melee Clock Tower, stolen during a pirate raid nearly 75 years ago. It was recently found at an inn on St. Martin, where it was being used to mill corn. I traded some old furniture for it that we had in the back room.
Has anyone thought about putting it back in the clock?
Nah. If the clock started working, it would only confuse people.
The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it. Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it. If one monocle is good, two is better. Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous peg leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter, written by Elaine Marley, while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot. It's locked. Tell me again about the gear.
It's from the Melee Clock Tower.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Melee jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy number 1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. but I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is, but there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Elaine can handle it. She doesn't need me.
I don't doubt that, but it isn't about what she does or doesn't need. If it isn't about the scurvy project, why are you here?
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
Elaine says Captain Madison is hurting her scurvy project.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are all on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island. Oh. I tried to read that once, but I couldn't finish it. Note to the reader. No disguised secrets are revealed in this book. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. It's thicker than I would have imagined. Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Here.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
That is complete nonsense. And yet, I am going to forgive you for losing my book. I can't even explain why. I just have this sudden, inexplicable urge to forgive. You'd better not be up to something.
Just don't lose the frog, okay?
No, I'll keep it with me always.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this. Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
It's a lot of work being governor. I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff. Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
I've seen that same painting on a box of frozen instant cereal. Elaine told me that's Lauder Neckbeard, second governor of Melee Island. His overly strict morals and overly lax regulatory policies helped make the island what it is today. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Hi there.
Hiya. These are nice.
Thanks.
Hello again. Can I get another key made?
Sure. Just write down the serial number and give it to me.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This'll be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Hey, kid!
Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son!
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball. It seems to be stuck closed. Employees only. Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Tell me again what you need to make me...
Just bring me...
Bye. It's soft and extra fuzzy. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. I don't really have anything to say.
Practice is nice, but I'm...
Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
It's locked. This key doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
What?
Well, I was just...
Oh!
Wow, it's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? I remember when these torches lit up Stan's previously owned vessels like a carnival. This used to be such a bright, cheery place. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rust. There was a time when every mooring, it's a dried up old sea sponge. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. This was where the fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers circus used to be. Nothing left but old tentpole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them.
Whoa! That's not supposed to be unlocked. I'd better fold this and put it in storage. Then I can figure out what's wrong with the lock. Looking good.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
That's folded perfectly. That'll do, Parrot. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the museum while I figure out what's going on with my display case lock.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not...
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Wow, Guybrush. I don't know how you knew I needed this, but the mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush. Keep your hands off my mop!
Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carlo the Swordmaster. Frankly, we were afraid not to. Hey, Wally. Tell me again what you need to make me a map to the mop tree.
Just bring me a sliver of the wood needed to make a mop.
Bye. Your sign says you're going out of business. Or is this one of those not really going out of business sales?
There is a new dark magic on the rise in the Caribbean. It has many adherents, particularly among the young. There is little demand for my talents or my wares. Business is terrible, and there are other factors. Captain Madison desires this location. That it belongs to me will be of little help against her financial and political powers.
Oh, back up. Dark magic, you said?
I did.
How does dark magic work?
Runes, chemicals. The power of secrets. I am no expert. It's too sterile for my tastes. I like things messy and theatrical.
Is dark magic powerful?
Powerful, yes, it can be. But dangerous. If the badger chews his own tail, soon there is no more badger.
You like that metaphor a lot, don't you?
It has many uses.
Can dark magic get me to Monkey Island?
No.
Nuts. Where can I get my hands on some dark magic?
Dark magic is not your path, Guybrush Threepwood.
Do you know more about this John Laney guy with the eye patch?
Captain John Laney was renowned as the pirate of 1,000 faces. It was said that he could fool his best friend with nothing more than an eye patch. That legend is true, but only because the eye patch he used was filled with much voodoo magic. The eye patch still exists. It is on display at the Museum of Pirate Lore here on Melee Island. If an enterprising person such as yourself were to liberate it and bring it here, I could most likely get it working again.
Got it. Thanks. Can you use your talents to tell me how Elaine is right now?
She is always close, no matter the distance.
Do your answers ever make sense?
There are no answers, only questions that are finished.
Are you able to see what LeChuck is up to?
Your goals and the goals of LeChuck are aligned, as always. But his intentions are darker. He would use the secret to do terrible things.
Darker? What's that supposed to mean?
LeChuck must not acquire the secret.
No argument there. Is this the year when you finally tell me your name? It's become almost a running gag between us. But it's awkward, like when your glass is empty but you keep trying to drink out of it over and over.
It is Corina.
Oh, okay. Karina. Nice. Somehow it was more exciting before I knew that.
That is true of many things.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me? Stock tips or something?
No.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Hi there.
Hi there. Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
Hey, kid!
Hey, Stan!
Hello there, son!
I've been to the shipyard. Your office is all boarded up, with your toothbrush sealed inside, presumably.
Well, don't worry yourself about it then, son. I found a dead centipede in the corner that should do until they let me out.
See you later.
Yep.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi there. I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Hello again. I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything.
kid.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Are you sure you don't want me to break you out?
115%, son, but thanks.
See you later.
Yep.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife. I've got a few coins for incidentals. It's hopeless. This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. Edgy. Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey. Can I borrow this book?
One book at a time. I only trust you so far.
It's a lot of work being governor. The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush? It's sad to see the shipyard like this. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Stan used this. There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. Oh, I remember the first time Stan... Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Yes.
Remind me never to eat here again. Pleasantly scorching hot. That's like a miniature dance party.
This will be excellent.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
He'll never complain again.
The plaque says, "In memory of looming seagulls of old." Pleasantly scorching hot. It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay. Are you done with the cookbook? I'd like it back.
I'm still using it.
It's amazing what you can achieve if you put your mind to it. Then you have a packet of stick-on stars. Fancy. Hi, Cobb.
You again. I know you.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but I think there's a leech on your chin.
Buzz off.
Hey, Wally. Bye. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
Things are not what they seem.
It seems to be stuck closed. This key doesn't fit. This key doesn't fit.
Welcome back.
Hi.
Ingredients indeed. Coming along nicely.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally. Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage. I've got a few coins for incidentals. It's like there's a welcoming committee. Wow! The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare endangered Malay Island mop handle tree. Hey, little dear. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Somehow, another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I made him up. I'll take a shortcut back. How clever. Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here. What do you think of this baby? Signature model. I made it myself.
I'm sure it's great, Threepwood, but I can't give you the swabby job unless you magically turn into somebody else.
Hey!
Threepwood, I shouldn't even be talking to you.
I'm not Guybrush Threepwood. I just look like him. You'd be amazed how often people confuse us. Sometimes I impersonate him at parties, just for fun. We've never even met, and I doubt I'd like him if we did.
Even if any of that were true, it wouldn't matter. LeChuck would take one look at you and go nuts. Just looking like Guybrush Threepwood is enough that I can't give you the job. Sorry.
Hey, watch it!
Welcome back. Please try not to touch anything that seems like you're not supposed to touch it.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Can you charge John Laney's eye patch up for me?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away. One moment. Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Ah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
John Laney was especially known for impersonating monsters of various types.
You failed to mention that earlier.
It's not a strong part of the sales pitch.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to set sail. Will I succeed?
Achievement depends mostly on the definition of success.
Got any other mystical advice or information for me?
No.
Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay. How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick, tangle a boat line. Smells like seagull droppings. Wait a minute. I've seen this mop before. Where did you get it?
I stole it from a pirate.
Oh, LeChuck will like that. You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew.
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Threepwood's on LeChuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.